Hi, welcome to Better Leave. My name is Sarah, and I'm a grief coach and end-of-life doula. We're going to help you map out your support network and create a support wish list. Something that you may have noticed during your experience of grief, and is very common, is that the people in your life want to support you. But part of the problem is it's really hard to know what we need when we're grieving. And something else that you may have noticed is that there are people who you expected to show up for you in a certain way that didn't show up in the way that you needed. And there are people who you may have expected not to show up at all that showed up in a big way. So what we'll be doing today is a two-part activity. For the first part, mapping out your support network, you're going to see different categories of people listed here. Family, friends, coworkers, your Better Leave team, therapists, and coaches. And you're going to start listing out all the people in your life who fit into these categories. For each of those people, I want you to think about ways that they've provided support that has been really helpful to you. Maybe they cooked you a really good meal. Maybe they asked you some really good questions. Maybe they just sat down and watched a movie with you when you didn't feel like talking. And I'm also going to encourage you to think about the ways that they've provided support that may not have been as helpful. Maybe somebody gave you the good old-fashioned cliche, they're in a better place, and that wasn't helpful at all. The idea here is not to be judgmental, but just to be honest with yourself about what has been helpful for you and what hasn't. Now, let's move into creating your support wish list. In this section, you'll find different categories, different types of support, such as emotional validation, companionship, practical information, advocacy, and continued connection. Feel free to add in your own categories of support here that may not be included. For each category, I want you to think about the type of help or support you could need right now or potentially in the future. For each type of support, describe your specific needs and think about who from your support network could fulfill those needs. Maybe refer back to the map you already created at the top, or maybe other people come to mind. And don't forget about your Better Leave care team providers, such as coaches, therapists, and care navigators who may be able to help and fill in the gaps where people in your life can't. The idea here is to start thinking about what it is you could need help with and finding people who could fit those needs. Now that you've filled out and identified what type of support you could use and the people who might be able to help with that, it's time to go and ask people. And I just want to acknowledge this could feel really uncomfortable. It's really hard to ask for help, but a way that I really like to reframe this is think about a time in your past where somebody needed your support and they asked you for help. Being able to provide support to that person probably felt really good. Most of the people in your life genuinely do want to be there for you, and they want to be there for you in a way that feels good. So keeping that in mind as you navigate this grief journey, that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for support, and it's okay to not always know what you need. If you have any questions about what we did today, please feel free to reach out to our care team at support@betterleave.com.